Today is February 20th, and wow, this date is stacked. From humans orbiting Earth to ancient life coming back from the Ice Age to royalty, music, science, and diplomacy, this is one of those days where history feels loud. Let's start with a moment that literally changed our relationship with space. On February 20th, 1962, John Glenn became the first American to orbit Earth. Aboard the spacecraft Friendship 7, he circled the planet 3 times in just under 5 hours. At the height of the Cold War, this wasn't just a space mission, it was a statement. The United States had officially entered the space race in a serious way. People gathered around TVs, kids dreamed bigger, humanity looked up and thought, wow, we're really doing this. Now let's jump from outer space, deep into frozen time. On February 20th, 2012, scientists announced something almost unbelievable. They successfully regenerated a flowering plant, Silene stenophila, from a 3,800-year-old piece of frozen fruit found in Siberian permafrost. Think about that. This plant was alive during the Ice Age, before pyramids, before writing, before recorded history, and it bloomed again in a modern lab. It shattered records and changed how we think about preservation, biology, and even future space farming. Science fiction? Nope. Science reality. Amazing. Queen Elizabeth II appears twice on February 20th in 2 very different moments. First, on February 20th, 2018, she made a surprise appearance at London Fashion Week. At over 90 years old, the Queen sat front row, quietly reminding the world that elegance has no age. Fashion met monarchy, and the internet loved it. Then years later, on February 20th, 2022, Buckingham Palace announced that Queen Elizabeth II had tested positive for COVID-19. A very human moment for a global symbol, and one that resonated deeply across generations. Same date, different years. One moment glamorous, the other fragile. History has range. Speaking of mind-bending scale, let's head back to space. On February 20th, 2013, astronomers announced the discovery of Kepler 37b, the smallest known exoplanet ever found at the time. It's smaller than Mercury, barely larger than the Moon, and yet its discovery proved that planets come in sizes we never imagined. It reminded us that the universe isn't just big, it's endlessly surprising. Every time we think we've seen it all, nope. Wow again. Now let's bring it back to Earth and turn up the music. On February 20th, 1991, the 33rd annual Grammy Awards took place. Phil Collins won Record of the Year with Another Day in Paradise, and a young Mariah Carey walked away with major wins, officially launching one of the most powerful voices in pop history. That night captured a turning point in music, where emotion, storytelling, and vocal power ruled the stage. From the stage to the ice. On February 20, 1988, speed skater Andre Hoffman set a world record in the 1,500-meter event. Pure speed, pure precision, one perfect race that pushed human limits even further. These are the moments that remind us. Progress isn't only about technology. Sometimes it's about the human body doing the impossible. And finally, a moment of global diplomacy. On February 20th, 1998, UN Secretary General Kofi Annan landed in Baghdad for critical peace negotiations during a tense international standoff. It was a reminder that sometimes the most important battles aren't fought with weapons, but with words, presence, and courage. A man orbiting Earth for the first time. An Ice Age plant brought back to life. A queen surprising the fashion world and later facing a global pandemic. New planets discovered, music history made, records broken, and diplomacy in action. History doesn't repeat, it layers, and February 20th proves it. Which moment amazed you the most? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next one.